Hey guys, Lehigh Valley Rock Hounding here. Just wanted to give you guys an update how my life is going, when I plan on making more episodes, and other things. As well as I'd like to give any of you who maybe are in similar situations like I am some motivational words. So, to give you a brief excerpt on what my life has been like before now, I did the usual. I went to grade school, I went to middle school, high school. When I got out of high school, I went to community college, and that didn't go as well as I'd liked. Looking back at it, and here's the whole ironic part. Looking back at it, my very first try at college was actually the very best try I had. That's why, when I went back to college 9 years later, I was able to transfer a good amount of credits to the degree I'm doing now, which is mechanical drafting. Why do I struggle with college? Well, I blame myself, but at the same time, I blame the educational system that I was brought up in. The way, and this is a problem with a lot of public education systems, if you're not super smart, then they sort of push you to the side, and they don't teach you how to think critically and develop out of the box solutions and really try to make things your own. That was the biggest problem that hindered me for the rest of my college experience. And just going through what I went through, going and working for factories and hurting myself in ways you couldn't imagine, after 9 years, I ended up going back to college, that very same community college that I had my first attempt at college. And I'm doing okay. I passed 3 out of 4 classes. I have the final exam for class number 4 tomorrow morning. I am pretty sure that I'll do okay and pass the class, but at the same time, I've already done better than I did my first try around. I did pretty decent my first try. I passed 2 classes instead of 3 my first try, and I dropped 2 classes. This time around, I didn't drop any classes. And for those of you who are considering going back to college or going back to some kind of more formal education, I cannot emphasize the importance of doing that, especially if you're not someone who has the resources and inventiveness to be entrepreneurial and has the brute strength and all that stuff. Like, if you don't have all that, I'd suggest doing some kind of formal education that has a good chance of guaranteeing you a job. Because otherwise, especially now during the current world situation, everybody's trying to reinvent themselves. Everybody's trying to try something different because we're being forced to. We're forced to adapt